Hello YouTube, Gallagher123123 here with another iOS 15 video. And this is our first look at a mainstream feature while using the VoiceOver screen reader. I'm going to take a look at, I think, probably my favorite feature of iOS 15, and that is focus. So since iOS 6, I believe, iOS has had a feature called Do Not Disturb, which would silence all notifications and, if you wanted to, all calls, so you wouldn't be, disturbed or distracted while you're sleeping or doing something else that, you want to focus in on. Well, what if there are some apps that you want to get through? Like, for example, you have a weather app and you want to continue to receive weather alerts. Well, there really wasn't a way to allow those to get through until now. And that's exactly what Focus does. So, enough talk about it. Let's get into it and take a look.
5:45 p.m. Settings.
Okay, I am
Safari.
I have unlocked my
Weather
iPhone.
Settings.
And here I have located the Settings app. I'll double tap.
Settings.
And in previous versions, there was Do Not Disturb. Now, as you will see,
Sounds and haptic focus button.
The option is now called Focus. Now, let's go in here.
Do Not Disturb button.
And when you go in here, you will see several focuses. Some come preset up for you, including Do Not Disturb, and you can create your own. So there are a few here that I have created.
Drop Do Not Disturb button.
Do Not Disturb, I believe that one does come with iOS 15.
Driving button.
Driving.
Reading button.
Reading, this is one I set up.
Sleep button.
Sleep comes with 15.
Relaxing button.
And relaxing is one that I set up.
Personal setup. Work setup button.
And then there are personal and work, which you can set up, but those aren't really set up at all. But I prefer to just create my own. So after those focuses, we have
Focus silences alerts and notifications.
A little description that says Focus silences alerts and notifications.
Share across devices on.
And then we have a switch button that will share your focus across devices.
Turning the focus on for this device will also turn on for your other devices.
So if you turn a focus on, let's say on your iPhone, it could apply to your iPad or your Mac. So that's very cool. Alright, well, let's really get into what a focus does. So let's create a new one.
Add button.
So I'm going to press or double tap on add, and add is in the top right corner, but I've already moved my VoiceOver focus there, so I'll just double tap.
Add. Close button. What do you want to focus on? Heading.
And we're asked, what do we want to focus on?
Choose a focus to get started.
And we can choose one of these to get started.
Custom button.
Can make a custom one.
Fitness button.
Fitness.
Gaming button.
Gaming.
Mindfulness button.
Or mindfulness.
Mindfulness button. Gaming fitness custom button.
But let's make something custom.
Name your focus. Heading. Grinning face. Image. Name. Text field.
So we have an emoji there, and I guess that's just an icon for it.
Name. Text field.
And we can give it a name.
Text field is editing. Name.
I'm going to call this recording.
Caphar. 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 R. E. E. Space. C. C. O. O. D. R. R. F. D. D. I. I. N. N. V. G. G.
Okay, there we go. So just tap on the screen there.
Recording. Character mode.
So yes, there it is. It's recording.
Blue button.
And now you have some icons that you can give it.
Brown button. Blue button.
Including some solid colors.
Brown button.
Like blue, brown,
gray button.
Gray,
green button.
Green.
Selected. Indigo button.
Indigo.
Orange button.
Orange.
Pink button.
Pink.
Purple button.
Purple.
Red button.
Red.
Teal button.
Teal.
Grinning face button.
And then some different like emojis.
List button. Bookmark button. Map pen button. Bookshelf button. Gift button. iTunes U button. Document button. Card button. Food button. Medicine button.
So as you can hear, there's a lot here.
Stethoscope. Home button. Business button. Building button. Audiobook button. Leaf button.
So I'm going to
Red button.
select red, because I kind of associate red with recording, because a lot of record buttons are red, so I'll just say red.
Selected. Red.
And at the very end of
Edit,
this,
leave button. Figure. Paw print button. Shopping cart. Shopping back box. Train. Snow flare. Flame. Button.
well, at the bottom, if we move our
Next
finger,
button.
we'll come to the next
Next
button.
button.
Now, please note I'm moving my camera down a bit, just to make sure there are no contacts that show up here.
Choose the people you want notifications from when this focus is on.
So you can choose who you want to get notifications from.
Allow people. Remove all. Add person.
And I'm just going to remove all for now.
Zero.
It put one in for me, but I'm going to remove them.
Add remove all. 0 button.
So all of them are gone
Choose
now.
the people you want notifications from when this focus is on. Remove all. 0. Add person button.
So I'm going to go ahead and double tap on add person.
Groups button.
Now you are in a very standard contact picker. And again, I have moved the camera so that you cannot see the screen at the moment, just for privacy reasons.
Contacts. Done. Button. Search. Dictate. Section index. Email activate.
And you're in a standard list. So
Search.
let's search
field.
for a contact.
Search field is edited.
So for this, I'm just going to select just an automated.
Search results. Amtrak line.
Once you've selected your contacts, we can hit done
Done. Button.
on the top right, or we can explore by touch to it, or flick, but I've already found it, so I'll double tap.
Name your focus. Back button.
Okay, so now,
Close. Allowed people for notifications. Head. Choose the people you want notifications from when this focus is on.
for a person, I just selected an automated, or the 800 number for Amtrak, just
Allow. Remove all. Add person button.
so that,
Remove Amtrak button. Other people. Allow incoming calls from your favorites. Calls from favorites button.
now, you can also select to receive calls from other people,
Calls from favorite. Allow incoming calls from your favorites.
and these are just for incoming
Calls
calls.
from favorites.
So if we go in here,
Allow calls from heading.
you can select allow calls from,
Done. But everyone button.
and you have everyone,
No one button.
No one.
Favorites. Button.
Favorites.
All contacts button.
all contacts,
Groups button.
groups,
Allow incoming calls from only the contacts you added to the focus and your favorites. Allow repeated calls. Switch button on.
and you can allow repeated calls. So these options have been available, as long as Do Not Disturb was available.
A second call from the same person within 3 minutes will not be silenced.
So
Allow group all contacts, but groups, but all favorites, no one, but
I'm going to select no one here.
fit all group. Allow incoming calls from only the contacts you added to the focus.
And when you select no one, then this setting doesn't apply.
Allow repeated calls.
And
Switch button
allow
on.
repeated calls, I'm going to turn that off.
A second call from the same person within 3 minutes will not be silenced. Done button.
Consistently done is usually in the top right, so we'll just select that.
Calls from no one button.
And calls from no one is then selected.
Allow button.
And now we can just
Allow none button.
tap
button.
allow to move
Allow
forward.
apps for notifications. Heading.
Now,
Choose the apps you want notifications from when this focus is on.
very similar to the contacts, you can pick what apps you want notifications from.
Allow apps.
So
Remove all. Add app button.
there's an add app button, so let's go in here,
Apps. Heading.
and you'll see a list of everything you have installed.
Done. Search. Dictate. Section index. Adjustable.
And you can,
Blindfold bowling. Blindfold sound search.
Just move through this.
Blindfold wildcard.
or you can do a search. So for this, I do want to add some apps,
Search. Search field.
so let's do a search.
Insertion point at end.
So let's see.
C. Blindfold wildcard. Carrot.
I want carrot weather, so I found carrot weather. I'll add that.
Selected. Carrot.
And you heard it says selected.
Calendar. Selected. Carrot.
And since I sometimes get food deliveries,
Search field is edited. Insertion point at start. Insertion point.
let's
delete.
find
C.
Uber Eats.
Delete. U. B. Uber. Cap U. Uber. Selected. Uber.
I think Uber would be a good idea as well, so we'll add both of those.
Uber Eats.
And there's Uber
Selected.
Eats, my
Uber Eats.
favorite app to use for ordering out.
Cap Y. Heading. YouTube.
And we'll add YouTube.
Selected. YouTube.
These don't really have anything to do with the task at hand, but there you go. So,
Done. Button.
I think we're done for now, so I'll just say done.
Back button. Choose the apps you want notifications from when this focus is on.
And now it will show us what apps we've
Allowed
selected.
apps. Remove all. Add app. But remove carrot. Remove Uber. Remove Uber Eats. Remove YouTube. Button. Other apps. Clock. Image. Time sensitive. Switch button. Off.
Now we have an option for time sensitive,
Allow apps not in your allowed list to send notifications marked as time sensitive immediately.
which I believe Apple describes as things like a food delivery or an important reminder that should be delivered regardless. So I have time sensitive
Switch button.
off, and we'll leave that off.
Allow button.
And now we'll just say allow to move to the
Your
next
focus is
screen.
ready. Heading.
And it says my focus is ready.
Here are a few helpful things to know about it.
And it gives us a list of helpful hints.
On everywhere. When you turn on a focus, it's turned on across all of your devices. Control center. You can turn a focus on and off from control center. Choose your home screen. Limit distractions when a focus is on by hiding home screen pages. Done. Button.
And we can say done.
Done. Focus. Back button.
So now we have the options, so we could change them again within here. So
Recording. Heading.
again, I called this recording. I probably should have called it something else, but I just wanted to call it something.
Recording. Switch button. Off.
Now you have a switch button for turning the focus on and off.
Allowed notifications. Heading.
And then we have allowed notifications.
People. Amtrak. Button.
You have people
Apps. Carrot. Uber Eats. YouTube. Button.
and the apps.
Allow calls and notifications from people, apps, and those marked as time sensitive when this focus is on. Options. Heading. Focus status. On. Button.
Now we have some other options for this focus, including focus status. I'll double
Share
tap.
focus status. Switch button. On.
And we get the option to share focus status.
When this focus is on, allow apps to display to people who message you that you have notifications silenced.
So this would allow people who you're messaging, who message you, to see that you have a focus turned on, and so they'll know that notifications are
When this
silenced.
focus is on, allow apps to display to people who message you that you have notifications silenced. How it works. Heading.
And there's an example here.
What is shared? Apps only know that you have notifications silenced. Apps don't know which focus you have on, so the name is never shared, but they can control how focus status is shown. For example, focus status in messages.
So now it gives an example in messages.
Column has notifications silenced.
It says that I have notifications silenced,
Notify anyway.
and you can have the option to notify anyway.
When is it shared? Focus status is shared in apps when you have a focus turned on and after you give an app permission.
So I personally prefer to have this off.
When this focus is on, share focus status. Switch button. On.
So I'm going to
Off.
turn it off.
Focus recording. Back button.
And now we can go back to our focus.
Focus status. Off. Home screen. Button.
So the next option is home screen. You can set up this focus to display a certain page of your home screen. So you could focus on, say if this is a productivity focus, those apps would be the ones that show up.
Lock screen. Button.
Now lock screen, take a look at this.
Heading.
So we have appearance.
Dim lock screen. Switch button. Off.
You could have the lock screen dimmed, so that would be maybe to be a bit less distracting.
Silence notifications. Heading.
And then you have silence notifications
Show on lock screen. Switch button. Off.
and show on lock screen. So what this does is if you have apps that are set up not to notify you, you could still have them show on your lock screen. And that is pretty much how Do Not Disturb behaves.
Show on lock
Correct.
screen. Switch button. Off.
I'll go ahead and turn this on actually, and we'll go back to
Back button.
our recording focus.
Recording.
The room
Back button.
temperature is 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
Recording. Allowed notifications. Head home screen. Button.
Okay,
Lock screen. Name and appearance. Button.
so we can change the name and
Grinning face,
appearances,
image. Recording. Blue. Button.
and we could change the icon,
Grinning face. It done. But recording. Back button.
but we'll leave that alone.
Lock screen. Name and appearance. Add schedule or automation. Button.
Now, you could set this up on an automation. So let's go in here. I'll show you a bit of what's
Cancel.
here.
New choose when you want the automation to happen.
So you can choose when the automation happens.
Example from 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Example from 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Button.
You could do a time,
Example when I arrive at work. Example when I arrive
when you
at work.
arrive
Button.
somewhere,
Example when I open books. Example when I open
or when you
books.
open an app.
Automatically turn recording on at relevant times throughout the day based on signals like your location, app usage, and more. Automatically turn recording
Or you could
on
have
at
it
relevant. Example.
use AI
example
to do
from
it.
12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Example
So,
from 12:30 p.m. to 2:30
I'll just do a
p.m.
schedule.
Button.
So
Schedule. Switch button on.
let's
Time.
try,
From time picker 9 a.m. collapsed.
yeah, let's do from 9 a.m.
Time picker, 5 p.m. Collapsed.
Just let's say we want 11 a.m.
Repeat. Time picker, 5 o'clock. Picker item. Adjust 6, 7 o'clock. 8, 9, 10 o'clock. 11, 00 minute. PM. Picker item. PM. AM. 1. Dismiss pop-up.
And there we go.
New automation.
And we could pick the days of the week.
Time. Done. Schedule. Time. Heading. From. Sunday. Switch button. On. Off. Monday. Switch button. Tuesday.
So let's say we don't want the weekend.
Saturday, every month. Saturday. Switch button. On. Off. Weekdays.
So there it goes. That's weekdays. So we could say done.
Done. Button. Done. Focus. Name and appearance. But turn on automatically. Heading.
Now in that section, turn on automatically.
9:00 11 a.m. weekdays. On. Button.
It has that automation.
Add schedule or automation. Button.
And you could add another time. So if you wanted this to come on from maybe 10 to 12 on weekends, you could do that.
Have this focus turn on automatically at a set time, location, or while using a certain app. Delete focus. Button.
And you can delete the focus.
Apps, Carrot, Uber, people, Amtrak.
Now, just to show you that you can adjust this, so you could tap on
Selected,
people.
People, button, 1 of 2.
And
apps, allow people. Apps, allow people.
Allowed people.
Remove all, 1.
You could
button.
decide to remove them all if you want to start over.
Add person. Remove and calls and notifications from people you allow will be delivered immediately when recording focus is turned on. Also allow.
And then you have the also allow thing.
Calls from no one button. Allow incoming calls from no one.
And it says that allow calls from no one.
Add, remove, allowed apps, selected, allowed, recording, back button,
So,
recording,
let's go back.
home screen, button, lock, name and appearance, button,
And
apps,
you can do the
Carrot,
same
Uber,
for apps.
people, button, 1 of 2. Remove, Uber Eats, remove, Carrot.
And it shows you all the apps, and you could remove
Add
them,
app, remove all,
or you could
button,
remove all 4.
Add app, remove, Carrot.
Or you can
button,
add more.
App, remove, Uber, remove, you, calls and notifications from apps you allow will be delivered immediately when recording focus is turned on. Also allow. Clock, image, time sensitive, switch button, off.
And then you could decide to allow time-sensitive
Allow
notifications.
apps not in your allowed list to send notifications marked as time sensitive immediately.
So all the options that we saw during setup can be changed again this way.
People, allowed recording, back button. Recording. 9:00
Now,
add schedule or automation button.
One last little, two little things I will show you is on the lock screen.
6:03 Pete, try again.
Okay, there we go, we're unlocked.
Friday, September, unlocked. Flashlight off, camera button.
Actually, we don't have one turned on right now, so let me add one. So I'll show you this part first. If we go into the control center
PM.
by
Control
on
center,
my
airplane
iPhone
mode,
10R,
switch button, off.
moving from the top of the screen down a bit,
Bluetooth switch
you'll
button,
see
off. Media playback, previous play, next track, lock rotation, screen mirroring, brightness,
that we will
volume,
come to
focus, button.
a focus option. So
Selected,
I'll click
focus,
it.
Do not disturb.
Now it turned on Do Not Disturb,
Focus.
but
Open controls.
if we say Open Controls, we can pick
Do
the
not
focus
disturb,
we
button.
want.
Sleep, but recording, relaxing, reading, but driving, personal, get started, work, get started,
So,
reading, relaxing, but recording, but
Let's set up the recording one, so I'll double tap on that.
Recording on until September 6th, 11 a.m.
So there we go, we could just back out now.
Selected. Focus.
Now on your lock
6:05,
screen,
6 Friday. Focus mode. Recording on.
it tells you that you have a focus on.
Unlocked. Focus mode. Recording on.
And you could double
Focus
tap
mode. Recording on.
to-
Sleep. Selected. Sleep. Do not disturb. But do not disturb. Work. Get started.
To change it. So
Relaxing. Button.
I could change it to my relaxing one, for
Selected.
example.
Relaxing on. 6:05 p.m.
So that is a
Safari.
bit about
Weather
focus. Now
settings.
I'm going to go ahead and delete this recording
Settings.
focus.
Focus status off.
So we can go to the very end here
Have this delete focus. Delete focus button.
and say delete focus.
Delete alert. Do you want to delete this focus? Delete focus. Button.
And I will say that yes, I do wish to delete the focus. And
Settings. Back button.
there we are. We are back to our list of focuses. So that is a really nice feature, and it's a great way to control who can contact you and what apps can send you notifications. This is something I have wanted for quite a while, and I'm so glad that Apple has finally implemented it, and I think they did a really great job. So that is Focus. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you for watching this iOS 15 feature demonstration. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications to learn about upcoming videos. You can also keep up to date by following me on Twitter at Gallagher123123. Thank you for watching.